Okay, hi guys. So yeah, I am back. Actually, don't ask why, but I found these videos on YouTube, and yeah, I'm gonna try doing some tag videos. So yeah, let's see how this works. I actually really do plan on doing one in particular, but that's when I can actually get him over here and get him to agree. It's gonna be the boyfriend tag, but because a few people actually have asked me a lot about him, so yeah. But that's another time. This tag video is actually going to be. There are a couple I actually found on here. I'll probably do two today because I'm bored and trying to kill time. So okay, this is gonna be the my first tag. My first tag. Which this actually is. No, this is not my first. I don't think it is. I'm not sure. But okay. So start this off. First word. According to my mom, it was no. Which I can't really confirm nor deny, but I've been told from my mom told me my first word was no. My grandmother told me my first word was money. Don't ask. I don't know. But yeah. So those are really the two words that my mom told me that I really, ever been told about. Oh god, this one's gonna be weird. First best friend. Okay, I've had a lot of best friends, but the first one I remember, the general first one I remember, had to be Andy. Yes, he lived in the same apartment complex I did. And we spent every waking hour together. Not even kidding. My mom used to make fun of us. His dad, he lived with his dad, and my parents, my mom and my stepfather, used to make the joke all the time that we were going to get married. And one day, I run into the house. I'm like, "Where's my Easter dress? Where's my Easter dress?" And my mom's like, "In the closet." I'm like, "Okay." Run in, change into to my Easter dress, which was white, by the way, and I run back outside. This intrigued my mother. She thought, I wonder what my daughter is doing. I might want to check on her this time. Did a lot of running in and out of the house. I was a very free child, okay? But as my mom comes out the doorway of our apartment building, she sees me picking flowers. At the same time, Andrew's dad comes out. His name was Andrew, but I called him Andy. Came out of his apartment complex, stands there looking blankly. Because you see, Andy went into his house and asked his dad for his Easter tuxedo. And then asked for the 2 rings he got out of the gumball machine. Yes, we actually believed our parents so bad, because he was my best friend, that we actually thought, since they were calling him my boyfriend, he's my boyfriend. That's what he is. He's my boy. He's a friend. He's my boyfriend. Oh, what I know now. All I can say is all of the things I know now. But yes, actually, if I remember correctly, I have lost contact with him since, because he moved. But my mom is adamant that if I ever run into him again, that we pick up right where we started, and she's convinced we'd get married. But I really don't think it would, just because we were so young, we didn't know what they were talking about. We didn't know what a boyfriend was at the time. So, but yeah, that was my best friend. Andy, if you can remember me at all, yeah, we've been married for like umpteen years now. Apparently we've cheated on each other a lot. But yeah. So yeah. If you find me, hi. But yeah. So my first pet, I actually had two. I had fish. There was George, which was a goldfish. And then there was my beta rainbow. Yes, I named a beta rainbow. Don't you dare judge me. But yeah, I actually had a tank full of fish, and I named all of them. But I say first pets because these were the only two that survived. Because my brother, being very sweet, thought the fish were hungry. So he opened up a can of fruit cocktail and proceeds to dump it into the fish tank. I come out, scream bloody murder, utterly mortified. My fishies are dead, except for two very smart fishies, George and Rainbow. They figured out, I know what that is, and that's not food. I am not going up there. But yeah, I ended up having to give Rainbow and George away. George actually went to Andy, see, best friend. And I really don't remember where my beta Rainbow went. I'm not sure. I actually would have to ask my mom, because my mom actually has a VHS that Andy's dad gave to my mom after they moved, 1 year after they moved, with George, and it was just solely George swimming around, which I sat there and watched for hours. Not right. First fear. Needles. Needles. It's always been needles. Don't ask me why. I can't even explain to you why I have such a fear of needles. Well, I had. It's lightened up some, but I'm not even kidding you. I was the 16, 17-year-old that if I had to get a shot for anything, you would hear me clear out into the lobby, scaring all the little children. Oh yeah, I was bad. I was horrible. I was horrible. Hell, I was 18 getting surgery, and my mommy had to hold my hand. Legit, my mommy had to hold my hand through the surgery, through the pre-testing, where they had to put the needle in my arm. Oh yeah, I was bad. First grade teacher. I remember this, Miss White, because I was the quote-unquote teacher's pet because I colored. I love to color. Still do, but I love to color. So I'd sit there and color 15, 16 pictures in a day and give like half of them to Miss White just because I knew my mother wasn't going to put up 15 pictures. But yeah, Miss White was my first grade teacher, and she was actually a really nice lady. I ran into her a couple years later when I was actually in Vacation Bible School, and I had not recognized who she was up until she screams, "Rachel! Rachel Ames!" I'm like, "Somebody's calling my name, Mommy. Do I turn around?" She's like, "Go ahead, we're here. We're not going to let anybody hurt you." Turn around. It's Miss White. "Oh my God, Miss White!" Run and hug. But yeah, I have not seen her since. I would love to, though. I really would, because I would love to see how she's doing. First person who texted me, that would be my awesome boyfriend, Virgil. Yes. My first car. Okay. My first car I got when I was 16. 1993 Buick Skylark. I love this car. I'm not even kidding you. I loved it so much. I named it and everything. I had a little angel wing sitting in the. A friend of mine had given me a little angel wing keychain, so I put it up in the rear view mirror, and I called my car Angel. Because my mom names all the cars. We've had Demon, we've had Racer, we actually have a Gandalf, my brother's car. Me and my friend actually were driving around before he got it, so we named it Gandalf. But I named my first car Angel. Don't know why, just because I have the angel wing in there. I'm weird. But yeah, that was my first car. Unfortunately, it got sold before I could ever actually physically drive it on the road. It sucked. I was peeved. I was utterly futter-whacking peeved. I'm not kidding. My first cell phone was actually a track phone. Yeah, it was one of those really old, really cheap, prepaid phones that I only knew how to call. I'm not even kidding you. It was the main purpose of my cell phone was to call my mom and stepfather if I was staying after school, and I got it when I was hitting 13 because I started cheerleading. And I needed a phone if I needed to call them to come and pick me up because practice ran late. That's the only reason. I didn't even start texting on it until later on, and that's going to come in later here. But first date. Can you constitute sitting at a karaoke place for 4 hours, not buying anything, not eating anything, not drinking anything, just sitting there with the person, a date? Because if so, then yeah, I had a first date. His name was George Chmielewski. Yeah, oh my god, George, I'm actually mentioning you in a post. Not even going near that right now. But, yeah, that was technically my first date, because that was the first time I had ever been out in public with a boyfriend. But yeah, needless to say, it was not a good night. Not a good night at all. First boyfriend. Okay, here's how this goes. My first boyfriend's name was, I still remember everything about this kid, Dylan Alexander King. He was 15, I was 14. He was in high school, I was in middle school. Thought I was a complete badass. I'm dating a high school boy. Yes! He was the first guy I had ever texted in my life. Didn't know even how to text at that point. I'm just like, oh, these buttons aren't just numbers, they're letters. Holy dick! And yes, I cuss. But I'm like, oh my gosh. So I texted him from dusk till dawn. All the time. Well, no, not dusk till dawn, because I didn't stay up that late. But I would text him all day, up until I fell asleep, and he would always give me a good morning beautiful text. So, first kiss. My first kiss was actually, and Dylan was online, by the way, which, if he's watching this, hi Dylan. Still actually remain really good friends with him. I have him on Skype, I have him on Facebook. We're actually really good friends still. And I will let you know why in a minute. But first kiss was actually a different ex of mine, D, who I'm not going into details, but was not a very nice guy. And I actually had my first kiss behind a local church. Yeah, don't ask, don't tell, don't ask, don't tell. Yeah, I'm a bad girl. I'm a very horrible person. I made out behind a church. I'm horrible. First love. Dylan would be, ow, that hurts. Fudge. Something flew in my eye. See, this is what I get about for talking about my exes, damn it. Okay. Ow, no, that's making it worse. Fudge. Ow. Okay. Pardon my watering eye. Okay. My first love, Dylan. That is why I'm still friends with him, and I try to keep in contact with him. He didn't do anything wrong to me. We broke up because we were young. His dad didn't like me. My stepfather didn't like him. There were just too many obstacles in that time frame that it was just a no-go in the relationship for us. So we parted on mutual ground. First video on YouTube. Oh God. That would be very difficult to say because I've had numerous different YouTube accounts. But I think my first video I ever uploaded to YouTube had to be with my best friend, and it was just us bullshitting around. And it was actually on her account. So yeah. My first YouTube video was with my best friend Ashley, and it was just us horsing around, and I had no voice. I'm not kidding. I had no voice whatsoever. It was bad. First person you subscribe to on YouTube. Shane Dawson. I've been down with Shane Dawson since like the beginning. He was always the first. He was the very first person I ever subscribed to on my very first channel ever. I love Shane Dawson. Yeah. What up, Shane? That you're watching this, but yeah. First big purchase. Okay, I'm gonna seem really stupid for this, but my first real big purchase was actually a pair of heels that I had seen in... Actually, my first big purchase ever would have to be this device right here. This one right here. This is my cell phone. This was $85. Yeah, $85. Oh my God. First job, I babysit. That was pretty much it. First time out of the country. I haven't been out of the country, but I would love to. So yeah, that was my first tags. My first tag video. So yeah, comment in the description below. Let me know if you would want to see anything. But yeah, so peace, love, huggles, Bye guys.